In this video, I'm going to talk about an alternative to or additional activity to reading comprehension questions. By the way, my name is Ali and let's experience professional development. The teaching of reading in our class usually follows the pattern, starting with pre-reading, and then we have the reading itself, and then we have the post-reading. And post-reading usually comes with comprehension questions because we need to check students' understanding towards the reading text, right? Now, comprehension questions may be 3 or 5 or 7 or even 10 questions. That depends on how many questions the teachers wants to give it, or sometimes how many questions there are on the book. Regardless the number of the questions, the objective or the purpose of comprehension questions is for the teachers to check how much students understand the text. Okay, so that is the sole objective. Now, this objective can be achieved through different activity, the one that I'm going to introduce. So let's give this activity a name. The name, let's say the name is connections, okay? So in connections, teachers, we do two things only. Number one, we choose specific information from the text, and number two, we ask students to connect them. Again, number one, we choose specific information from the text, okay, and then number two, we ask students to connect them. I have an example of reading text here, okay. I took it from a book called Big English, 2nd edition, published by Pearson. So I'm going to show you the text, and feel free to pause the video and read the whole text, so just, so that you get the whole idea of what the text is about. Alright, so you know that the text is about different kind of generations helping each other, right? And that's what we're going to work on. So let's go back to the connections. Remember, in connections, we do two things. Number one, we choose specific information, and number two, we ask students to connect them. So say from this paragraph, I will choose the cities, okay? So I choose Adachi, I choose Seattle, okay, and also I choose Netherlands, okay. Then step 2, I'm going to ask students to connect them. So in your class, it will probably look like this. Okay, students, so you have read the text on my screen, right? Now I'm going to choose 3 kinds of information in the text, okay. So I choose Adachi, I choose Seattle, and I choose Netherlands. Okay, great. So now my question, tell me how the 3 cities are connected in the text. So again, I have Adachi, I have Seattle, and also I choose Netherlands, okay? So tell me how the 3 cities are connected in the text. Okay, so that's the example of how to give the instructions to the students in the classroom. Let's have another example, shall we? Let's go to this paragraph. Step 1, choose specific information. So I will choose 65 and also 2050, okay? And then step 2, ask students to connect them. Okay, students, from the text, okay, I choose 65 and 2050. Tell me how they are connected in the text. Another example, say this paragraph, okay, so let me choose young children and then older people, okay, so young children and also older people. Again, I will use the same instructions, Okay, students, from the text, I choose young children and also older people. So tell me, how are they connected in the text? If students can answer all of those questions, meaning that they comprehend the text. So, this activity is just really like comprehension questions. So you can use this as the alternative to comprehension questions, or maybe you could have it as the additional activity. So you have the reading and then comprehension questions, and then you do the connections. Now at this point, you're probably thinking that this activity is more suitable for older students or even teenagers, right? And even adult learners. But you know what? With little modification and patience, of course, you can also practice this activity to any classes that you want. So that is connections. Try it in your classroom. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and share it with your friends biar manfaatnya bisa kemana-mana. Bye-bye.